So, got some crazy news yesterday. I had elevated blood pressures at my doctor's appointment. This was last week. And then they sent me to the hospital because of it. One of my blood pressures was like 127 over 90 something. I mean, it was really high. Got to the hospital, my blood pressure was absolutely fine. But the doctor did notice some trace protein in my urine, which I had had for a while, which means that I was spilling a little bit of protein in my urine, which could be a sign of preeclampsia. But as long as I didn't have any other symptoms like high blood pressure, headaches, seeing stars, anything like that, the doctor really wasn't worried. But then I got to the point where I was having high blood pressure, so she sent me in. They didn't really find anything in particular that was wrong, but they decided to do a 24-hour urine, which was good. My doctor was extremely proactive in that, and I respect her totally. Did the 24-hour urine, went in to go see my doctor yesterday, and she was like, yeah, you failed. So, I have mild preeclampsia. And it was like, as soon as I heard it, it was like, I started as soon as I heard it, I started, freaking out. Like my blood pressure went up even higher. I think, I started having a headache, because I was just stressed. Like, oh my God, preeclampsia. Like I see it on Rescue 911. Like they have to take the baby right away. People could die. You could have a seizure. Read some up on it and, talked to some of my friends. Actually talked to my next door neighbor. She had it. And it was just really comforting to talk to somebody else who had it and knowing that, it's not just me. It's not something that's, life threatening necessarily, as long as you, get it taken care of and you're monitoring yourself. So I just wanted to make a video about that, just from a nurse's perspective, my doctor's really good, even though I'm a nurse, I don't know nothing about birthing no babies. I worked in OBS. I can tell you about chest pain and stroke all day, alcohol withdrawal, overdose. Like, I could do that. Geriatrics, home care, anything, on that side of the spectrum. But, labor and maternity, women's health type issues, I really haven't had much experience in. So, it was basically like she said, it was just a routine. It was almost like protocol. She was like, all right, so we're going to put you on labetalol 100 milligrams, which sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's actually the lowest dose of labetalol. It's a beta blocker, which is a blood pressure pill, but it does not really, it affects your blood pressure, but more so the heart rate, and it, opens up your vessels, it's to, your blood vessels so that your blood pressure decreases. So she gave me that, and she gave me, I have to come in twice a week now. So I was there Monday, so I have to come Monday, Thursday for a non-stress test for the baby. So they're just going to monitor him, and they're going to do labs to check my CBC and CMP. What they're looking for is they're looking for any signs of liver damage or platelets being off. There's a phenomena called HELP. So if you have preeclampsia, you can go into HELP syndrome where like you could actually die from that. So they want to make sure that I'm not getting to that point. Right now, everything is fine, just the protein in the urine and the blood pressure. So 3 to 7% of pregnancies result in preeclampsia. I have a lot of risk factors because I'm African American. Being 35 or over, excuse me, heartburn, baby pregnancy issues, hashtag. I'm 34, so I'm kind of close to that. Being obese, I'm definitely overweight. Even though I feel like that scale is made for people who don't really exist in real life, but yeah, I'm obese. And what was another one? There was a couple other risk factors that fit me. First pregnancy. So yeah. So anyway, put me on the labetalol, and they're gonna check me twice a week, and then they're going to induce me on the first, which I'll be 37 weeks. So she really wants me to get to 37 weeks. She's going to monitor me, you know. She said, you know, you might have to go sooner. Right now, the baby, according to the ultrasound, so God only knows if it's true, but the baby's measuring at 6 pounds, 9 ounces. That was a week ago at 34 weeks. So he's big. He is expected to be a big baby, over 8 pounds if he had gone full term. So he'll be fine. My sister had her baby at 35 weeks. Baby came home at a regular time. So, but I just want to say, you know, for anybody who's out there who just got a diagnosis, it was shocking. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm dealing with it much better today than I was yesterday. You know, I had to go to my job. Like, I couldn't go back to work. You know, thank God for short-term disability, you know. I'm gonna definitely, you know, make a video about that. I feel like every woman of childbearing age should have short-term disability, you know, because you get pregnant, that's your maternity leave. That's how you get paid, you know. And a lot of my friends didn't know, but and it's cheap. It's not even expensive. Short-term disability is, you know, a couple dollars, you know, every paycheck. It's not even expensive, but it can be the difference between making it or breaking it once you have that baby and being able to spend as much time with your child as you want to. So today, I took my pill last night. Blood pressure went all the way down to like 121, which was great. Got up this morning, took it. It was like 124, I think, this morning. And then took my blood pressure pill, and it went down to 115. The blood pressure pill now, the labetalol, they also give it for like test anxiety. Let me tell you something. I was so calm. I was so calm last night and so relaxed. It was the best feeling of my life. I slept like a log. Except, you know, I still have to get up every 2-3 hours to pee. But, you know, and I noticed, like, it's funny how when I got the diagnosis, I started noticing, like, putting the dots together, like, man, I've had preeclampsia. Like, I had all the signs, all the symptoms, and just didn't put two and two together, and I'm a nurse, you know. I had frequent dull headaches, you know. I had decreasing urine output. My urine was extremely concentrated. I spoke to my doctor about that. She thought it might have been the vitamins, and, you know, nothing else was going on, so she just said drink more water. Okay. She doesn't get excited about things, you know. And then the frequent dull headaches, I had a nosebleed in the middle of the night for no reason. You know, it was, I had a lot of the symptoms, and no, I didn't have any of the swelling or anything. A lot of people may ask, you know, did you have any complications, you know, other complications? I've had a perfect pregnancy. I'm 35 weeks now. I'll be 36 on Monday. 35 weeks. And I didn't have any morning sickness. I actually lost 20-something pounds when I got pregnant. I've gained some of it back, but not all of it. My doctor actually was a little perturbed that I kept losing weight, but like this last week, I gained like 3 pounds in a week. That's another reason why I know something, you know, was going on. But yeah, like you know, I lost weight, you know, I wasn't sick. You know, I crave stuff, but not really crave. Like, to me, a craving is I'm going to go out at 2 o'clock in the morning and go get a taco. Like, I didn't do that. But, like, I like salty and savory foods. I started eating stuff I never ate before, like avocados, you know. But I haven't had any issues this pregnancy. Like, up until 34 weeks, I was perfectly fine. I got rear-ended at 29 weeks. $5,000 worth of damage to my car. But even then, I mean, everything was fine. Baby was fine. You know, he's still fine. I mean, a lot of people, I was reading on the internet, they don't want to take the labetalol. I'll have pain. I won't even take Tylenol, even though the doctor said I could. I don't take Tylenol because I'm just too scary. I'm just neurotic. I mean, to be perfectly honest, but, you know, my doctor, I trust her. She's really good. And, you know, baby's still moving, baby's still kicking. People say the labetalol made the baby stop moving as much. Not mine. He's up doing Taebo. He's kicking right now. Like, this is what he does all day, every day. As soon as I start talking, he gets excited. Like, oh, you having a conversation? Let me just kick you in your, you know, belly button right quick. He's cute. Yeah, I have 3D videos. He's adorable. I can't wait to see him in a couple weeks. But yeah, he, you know, and even, like, I was having really bad heartburn. Like, I was a fire-breathing dragon. Like, that's the other issue that I had. The only other issue was the heartburn. And it was really bad. I mean, I could barely sleep. I could barely do anything. The belly, oh my God. I could barely do anything. Um, and I couldn't eat. Like, that's another reason I was losing weight, because I had such bad heartburn. And so after that, she told me, she said, take Prevacid. From the first day, the heartburn was gone. I took it, and I wait 30 minutes to eat, like we used to do, like the patients in the nursing home. Wait 30 minutes to eat. I feel great. You know, I still burp a lot. I mean, I feel like, residual effects, but it's not fire. Like, I'm not burping fire, you know? I'm trying to think what other issues did I have. So, placenta previa, I had that, but it resolved. That was in my 12th week. They found it, and then they checked the ultrasound again at 20 weeks, and it was resolved. So, you know, a lot of people have a low lying placenta in the beginning anyway. Reasons could be, various, but it's just usually by 20 weeks it goes up. I think they say like 97 or 90, it's high 90% resolve themselves. If not, then it could be an issue. The mother could bleed. You have to have a C-section. The whole time while I was low lying, and before they checked it, I had to be on pelvic rest, so no sex. Which was fine with me, because I, didn't really feel that great anyway. But yeah, and so now with this preeclampsia, my blood pressure, when I checked it after I took my pill today, was 115/74, something like that. So blood pressure's down. Believe it or not, like, I feel like I'm urinating more. I'm still making sure that I drink enough water. Staying away from salty foods. So, there's salt in everything, so don't go crazy. I mean, my understanding was, just don't eat out. Don't have McDonald's. Don't have Wendy's. But you don't have to eliminate. Like my grandmother said, oh, there's salt and tomatoes. I'm like, that's not what she's talking about. She's talking about no added salt. She's talking about no added salt, no eating out. So that's what I've been doing, and just monitoring my blood pressure like an hour after I eat, just to see, like, okay, did this make something spike? But it hasn't. I bought a blood pressure cuff. The best one is Omron. Walmart has the Series 3. That's what I got for $28. So if you feel like you may have an issue, you can definitely get that. The crazy thing is, when I went to the hospital, my blood pressure was perfectly fine at the hospital. It was only bad in the doctor's office, and I don't know why, because I actually like my doctor a lot, and I'm not scared to go there. Like, it's not an issue for me to go there, so I really don't know why my blood pressure was so high. But, my blood pressure was high every time, and I'm just glad that they caught it. I'm glad they addressed it. You have to have a practitioner that's going to listen to their staff, and, staff that are actually going to take your blood pressure. I think that's one of the things that sets my practitioner apart, So, we'll be having a baby in 2 weeks, but, I'm glad, because being my first child, I feel like, sometimes the doctor asks you stuff, and it's like, oh, are you having contractions? I don't know. I don't know what a contraction feels like. Like, maybe, So I feel like, being induced is a blessing. I'll be there. My doctor will be there. She can walk me through every step of the way. Even if she's not there personally, like, the nurse will be there. She can walk me through, like, okay, that's a contraction. That's your water breaking. So, like, if we do decide to have a next one, which I would like a little girl, if we do decide to have a next one, I already kind of know firsthand, like, what's going on. And I'm going to be so much more educated than I was this time. So the key thing, though, is relax. It's very hard for me to sit still. Having to stop working sucks. I keep trying to find little things to do around the house, and my husband's like, go sit down. He made me take a nap. Like, he literally, like, made me take a nap today. I didn't want to. But I was up from like 6 o'clock in the morning doing stuff, and he's like, go to lay down, like, what are you doing? Not on bed rest. Bed rest is not recommended for preeclampsia. You just need to take it easy. For me, I was driving an hour to work. Before that, on certain days I was taking my stepdaughter to school. So you're talking about a 2-hour commute to get her to school and me to work, and then a 2-hour commute back home. Then I was walking around, trying to, visit clients, because I'm a clinical manager. So I was going to visit clients and make sure they're okay, dealing with all of the client issues, the clinical client issues. keeping up with paperwork and stuff like that. So it was a lot. It was a lot. I was doing a lot. And then I'm, still in school, for my bachelor's, second bachelor's. Can't do an MP without a bachelor's in nursing. I don't know why. But anyway, in school for that. Like I said, I still have the baby, and, I still have my housework. I manage all the bills in the house because, women, that's what we do. We manage the bills and, you know, grocery shopping. And, I have my two stepdaughters that I'm very involved with, and I'm constantly chasing them to bed at night and making sure their homework is done, make sure their hair looks nice, make sure they put on something decent to go to school. And you know so it's a lot. I have a dog. Like, I don't know, I just have a lot of responsibilities. So, and I kind of knew in my heart this would be my last week working. I didn't say anything really to anybody, but it got to the point where I was going to work and I was feeling awful. Like, I was just like, I can't. I was just, it wasn't even that I wasn't motivated. It was like my body was like, chill out. Like, I was burning out. Like, I felt the candle flickering. And I think that had a lot to do with the elevated blood pressure too. Just too much stress and pressure on my body. But yeah, so I just wanted to, give some insight into my experience. I think the main thing is just to, be calm, don't stress about it. Preeclampsia is something, even though it's relatively rare, like, it happens a lot. So, doctors are well versed in, how to treat it, what to do. My doctor just went into straight up, like, you know, I guess autopilot. Okay, we're gonna give you labetalol. You come back twice a week. We're gonna Monday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday. Next Monday, you and I are gonna have a baby. I'm like, thank you. Very reassuring doctor. So, if anybody is in the Orlando, Winter Park area, you need an OB, a great OB in a great office with great office staff that are very responsive and really care about you. Check out Women's and Maternity Care Specialists. They're right by Florida Hospital Winter Park. That's where they deliver. They're an hour from me. I live in Mount Dora. They're an hour from me, but I go out there because they're the best. I have Dr. Worley. Dr. K is just as phenomenal. The NP Sarah is absolutely phenomenal. I've seen them all, but Dr. Worley's my main chick. We wear the same scrubs. But yeah, so if anybody needs, an OB that, is really, really good. I mean, they caught this, and I'm telling you, like, this was a good catch. Because, she could have just, my blood pressures were kind of off, but they used an automatic cuff, like I have big arms. They used an automatic cuff with, like a smaller size cuff, so she could have just chalked it up to, oh, it's just a smaller cuff, and let it go. She didn't have to send me to the hospital, but because she did, because that doctor at the hospital who saw me for her actually did the 24-hour urine, that's how we found out. The normal protein in urine is like 80, and mine was like 372. According to the internet, normal's 80. I don't know what the normal is, so if anybody knows or they want to comment, that's fine. Mine was 372, so if it is 80, it was well above that. It was almost, what's that, 4 times? That's almost 5 times what it should have been. So, but yeah. So any questions, comments, feel free, subscribe. I'm going to be putting up some more videos. I'm definitely going to keep you guys posted, daily. Just, let everybody know how everything is going, at least at the appointments. Let everybody know how everything is going. But if all goes according to plan, which I think it will now, because blood pressure is 115 over 70 something. So, short of my labs being off, Junior should be here October 1st. I am going to pack my bag, though, for my Thursday appointment, because God only knows. But, I will definitely keep you guys posted and put up some more videos about, the whole pregnancy thing. I think first-time moms, it's a little nerve-wracking. So, I can just tell you what I've learned, and, you can choose to do it or not, or, that's your prerogative. But, just here to help.